How you guys doing? This is Derek Dillon Woodworking. Today I'm going to give you a little bit of a rundown of some Tresco lighting. So this lighting system is new to me. I just had it, some samples sent to me. As you guys know, we specialize in custom cabinetry, custom kitchens, stuff like that. So I'm pretty excited to get into this lighting and see what I can incorporate this stuff into. There's a lot of cool stuff, a lot of cool features, so I'm excited to dive into this stuff and show you a little bit about what it has to offer. So to start out with, these two things right here are their Thin Line 2.0. Now, they have multiple different colors. I believe, actually in this specific stuff, I believe they only have 2 colors. So let's get this stuff out, show you what it comes with. So that is everything in the box. It is extremely small and very thin. Literally like pencil thin. This stuff is insanely small. Literally it's smaller than my finger. Even my pinky finger. This stuff is so small. And what's cool is it seems like you can link these together and keep going. So the sizes that they have are 34 or 34 and a half. They have a 22, a 12, and an 8-inch. Now, where I got a little confused with this stuff, I'm still learning about it, is the accessories and features that need to go with it and what it comes with. Because it's not as easy as just, you know, wire it in like you would one from Home Depot where you just wire some 14-2 wire to it and it's already got a switch and you're good to go. So this stuff's a little bit different. It comes with a power cable. Now this power cable is a little different. Obviously one side links into the light. The other side has a different adapter on it. Now this is going to link into the power supply. Okay, and then it comes with 2 different sets of clamps. One clamp, mounting brackets. One just mounts it straight up, clips in. The other makes it so you can rotate it. So if you mount it as an under cabinet light, you can rotate it towards the front of the cabinet or rotate it towards the back wall. Another thing to mention about these is they are dimmable, which is important to know. So this one here is the, I believe it's 3000. Yeah, the 3000K. This one here still in the box is the 5000K. All right, so let's get into this a little bit more and let's see how it looks. So I have an extension cord here now. So this right here is the power supply. Now they have multiple different power supplies, which is one of the reasons why I can get a little confused with this stuff. So still learning about it. They have hardwire power supplies, and then they have like this, which is just a plug-in power supply. So, and then they have dimmable ones, and then from what I understand is they're all dimmable, but there's ones that come with a specific dimming kit, which they have their own dimmers, and then this is the wireless dimmer receiver. Now, we're going to plug this in, the power supply. Power supply has its own mounting screws. You can mount it up there. And let's see, it comes with a 6 light block mount. So you can plug 6 lights into it. Now, an important thing to know is on their website, in the description of each one of these lights, or if you have like a booklet that has their stuff, it tells you how many watts each light is. Now, I think it is the 8-inch are like 3 watts, okay? So on and so forth. Now, when you get your power supply, there are multiple different ones that are set for different wattages. Now, you have to add up to make sure you stay under the wattage that it's set for. Say this one's set for 60. You shouldn't exceed like 57 watts that's plugged into this thing. So, and also another cool feature is the fact that when you kind of run these lights in a kitchen and so forth, you actually only have to run speaker wire through the walls or through the cabinets to the next one. So you don't have to run 14-2 wire. Which I think that's pretty cool, not having to run that, just running speaker wire. If you have 2 that are pretty close, another adapter that you can buy is a cord that goes from light to light. You can buy them in different lengths as well. So if you have two cabinets that are next to each other, you can buy like a 6-inch if they're that close, or you know, a 10-inch or 12-inch. Not exactly sure of the sizes, but you can just buy one of those, and then you can just coil up some of the extras, and then just kind of like pack it up there. So, all right, let's jump into this one. This again is the 3000. So let's take this cord here. Slips into the end, and then it plugs right into here, and then I believe it's just going to turn right on. If I can plug it in. There it goes. All right. So now you see that is lit up. That is, honestly, it's pretty bright. Wouldn't look directly at it. I forget what it is, how many lumens it is per inch or per foot. I think this stuff is in per inch, but it is very bright. You obviously, I believe that it is brighter than you would need. I always recommend doing more lights than you necessarily need. I try to put them under every cabinet, and I put them on a dimmer, because you can always dim them down. You can always bring down the lights, but you can't always bring up the lights or add more lights. I guess technically you can, but I'd rather put them in from the start. So let's cut into this 5000K one. And then let's do the same with this. And then you'll kind of be able to see the color differences with them. Okay. Same mounting brackets. The same tube. So, and they do have a little cap that goes on if you aren't linking it to another. It's a nice cap that goes on, just kind of makes it look nice on the one end. It's seriously insane how small these are, how narrow. It's pretty insane. So this is what I had already done this to that other one. So we can do this to this one now. So before you can plug it in, it comes with the clip. It comes with the clip that plugs into this thing, but it is not already on the cable. So what I had already done to that other one, since you obviously didn't see me do that, I had already done that. I was trying to get a little familiar with this so that the video wasn't me trying to learn it at the same time. Okay. So it's marked what is the positive and negative. Positive is going to be the red. Now when you go to put it into this, put both of them in at the same time. Now there's a little positive and minus on that little clip. I don't know if you can see that, and then you literally just kind of push it down until it kind of clips into there. And it's easy. It's as easy as that. So let's plug this in and let's turn this one on. All right. So obviously very bright. This one's 5000, so it's a little bit more of like a daylight color. Let's plug the other one in and you kind of see them compared to each other. This one being 3000, this one being 5000. The 3000 is a little bit more of that amber yellower light. This being clearer, more brighter, or just brighter. So you can see a little bit of that color variation there. So far, I really like this lighting system. I think this is really cool. There's a little learning curve to it. I'm so used to just running, 14-2 wire to each light and then connecting it, or daisy chaining them and calling it a day. So a little bit of a learning curve to this stuff, but I think in the long run, I'm really gonna like this stuff. So let's jump to the next thing, which is the next cool thing. These are strip lights. Now, they're not just regular strip lights. They, forget the actual name. They call them the Cobb Flex Tape. And this one's the 4800, and then this one's the 3000. So this one's pretty much 5000, 3000. The cool part about them is that it's one continuous line. There's not like specific diodes. Where when you turn it on, and if you had it in a situation where it was shining down and you could see where the diodes or where the lights were, these are like just continuous. And by that, I will show you. So this came with these little accessory bags, similar to that, to where I had to put the plugs on the one end. And then on the other end, it has, and it comes with the little Allen wrench, 2 little Allen key little screws. And what you have to do is you have to kind of slide the flex tape in, make sure the positive is lined up with the positive side, and then you tighten those 2 down on those little metal things. Now, what's cool is you can cut this every 11/16. So whatever size you need, you can pretty much achieve. So, yes, this one is the 5000. So let's plug this in. These are very bright. Extremely bright. As you can see, you can't see those specific diodes. It's just one continuous light. So if you wanted to put these in like under your cabinets, under the bottoms of the cabinets, and shine down on toe kick, you know, some of that kind of lighting would be really cool. Or some people might put this in crown molding and drop the crown molding down a couple inches so that it shines up onto the ceiling. Creates that little, I don't know, just that little atmosphere lighting. I think it's kind of a cool idea, but that's the 5000. I already set these up, like I said, just because I was trying to learn how these went together. Now, this one is obviously the 3000. So, let's plug both these in, and then we'll compare them. Kind of hard when the tape's trying to twist around. So you might be able to see the color variation. It might just be so bright that it both looks the same, but this is a little bit yellower. And the reason why I did these 2 colors is because a lot of people, some people might go for the more on the warmer side. Some people, I prefer the daylight. I just think it's brighter and it shows you like the true colors of what's around the room. But I wanted it to match the under cabinet lighting, so that if somebody chose to obviously go with the 5000, I'd want to show them that this is also an option to put around in other places. A really cool feature that I saw somebody, a picture of what somebody did, is they had a bar area, and on the back wall, there was a piece of frosted glass, and on the inside, on the other side of that frosted glass, wrapped around, was this flex tape. And that just lit up that entire frosted glass. And then on the other side, it just looked like this really cool lit up piece of glass. Now, obviously, you could probably put like somebody's name on that, or, you know, so-and-so's bar, something like that. I just think that's a really cool feature. They have so many more options to this stuff as well. This is like just scratching the surface. They also sell the sections that you can like take a piece of wood and you can route out a groove. And then they sell the metal sections that fit into that groove. For instance, in some people's houses I've seen where right above the baseboard, maybe like 2-3 inches, there is a piece of this metal strip going around the walls. And inside of it is like flex tape. And then there's like, they call it like a milk colored cover. And so it just gives you that lighting around the baseboard, which is really cool. And then another cool thing you can do with that stuff, since it mounts flush, is on like, say, a bar. Say if you have like 1-inch thick, you know, shelves for putting like liquor on or whiskey or whatever, you can put that groove in there, drop that in, drop the tape, and then since it's flush, you can put your bottles on there, and that light is going to go up through the bottles, and that kind of creates a really cool lighting. So, I mean, there's so many different things you can do with this stuff. And this is just, like I said, just scratching the surface. Let's look at this. I have not done anything with this yet, and I honestly don't know how to work it. But let's explore this together. This is the dimmer. This is the wireless dimmer receiver. What I do know about this that I think is cool is the fact that this dimmer is 100% wireless. So you don't have to put this necessarily in a box, and you don't need to run wires actually to it. So it is literally just on its own. And it comes with 2 screws to put it into a box if you wanted to. So I'm assuming, since you kind of have to run it like that, No, maybe this. Connect that, and then you connect this to this. And you're essentially just kind of, this is just the receiver for it. So you can remove this little plastic off the actual button. It is just a Decora switch. Now it is in the housing that connects to, you know, wherever you want to connect it to, but it actually comes out of the housing. And that's where you can replace the battery in this part. And you can pair up to 8 of these, 8 different dimmers on a single dimmer control. So there is the micro screw, super tiny on the back. I did actually find a very small screwdriver tip that I was able to use to get it off. There was just a little plastic cover on there that stopped the battery from connecting to it. So now let's us assemble it back. Honestly, I think I'm gonna leave the screw off. I just dropped it, so that is probably gone now anyways. Okay, so that was really easy. Okay, so turn it on, comes all the way on, shuts off, turns all the way on, and I hold the dimmer, dim it down. Yeah, let's plug in, forget which light over here was which. Let's find the matching one and let's dim them together to kind of see what that looks like. Is this the one? It is. Some of this stuff out of the way. So we have both these lights here. Kind of hard to get them to face the way I want them to. Let's see. It's pretty bright. But it is cool that they dim together. As it goes down, it looks like I can see a little bit more of where the lights are in that strip, but go up and then it just kind of becomes one full light. So yeah, this stuff's really cool. The idea of the wireless dimmers with this little case here, you can put it anywhere, I think is really cool. I'll give you a close-up look of this stuff, just because I don't know if you can see it all that well from there. This is the flex tape, and you can see how it's kind of got like that rubber in the center, and that shows you the that it's like kind of hiding the diodes, so you can't actually see them all together. And then these are the thin line under cabinet lights. You can see how tiny it is compared to my hands and my fingers. This one here is just a 12-inch. So really small. This here's the dimmer. And then it pops out of the case. And then there's the Tresco. There's where your battery goes. Tells you what battery goes in it. Altogether, I can see myself really liking the system, and I'm excited to dig in and explore other options and go from there. I am going to be building, like I said, a lighting display with these samples, so I can show my customers so that they can see what they like, see the colors, see if they want 3,000, 5,000, and whatnot, and go from there. So thanks for joining us today, and like and subscribe.